tide is carrying my letters to a ghost in the deep, while the tropical sun is falling fast and heavy asleep. I'm wearing a black sarong and a necklace made of bone, walking the shoreline of a territory I've never known. The salt is stinging my cheeks like 1,000 tiny needles, watching the crabs crawl through the ruins of my cathedrals.
The palm trees are bowing their heads in a silent prayer as the scent of the funeral pyre fills up the humid air. We lost a brother to the waves and a sister to the wind. Now we're just counting the places where the spirit has sinned. The reef is a jagged teeth, the reef is a limestone grave, taking back every single ounce of the courage that we gave. From the mountain to the harbor, there's a heavy blue sigh underneath the canvas of a very stormy tropical sky. The paradise is leaking, the paradise is turning gray, as we watch the last of the vibrant colors fade away. Island morning, weeping on the white and salty sand, for the people and the dreams of this beautiful, lonely land. It's a coastal depression, a rhythmic kind of oceanic blues, with a peaceful reputation that you're destined to lose. Oh, island morning, pouring out a glass for the dead gone, while the moon is turning into a very dark and violent red. The drum is a funeral march, the drum is a heavy heart, watching the community slowly and painfully fall apart. We don't need the tourist and we don't need the hollow fun, when the work of the morning has only just begun. I'm carving a name into the bark of a cedar tree to keep the memory alive for the rest of eternity. I'm singing a jazz dirge to the rhythm of the crashing surf, while I'm standing on a patch of very cold and thirsty turf. My voice is a seagull's cry, my voice is a lonely bell, telling the story that the living are terrified to tell. I'll find my own peace in the middle of the coral reef before I succumb to the weight of this monumental grief. From the mountain to the harbor, there's a heavy blue sigh underneath the canvas of a very stormy tropical sky. The paradise is leaking, the paradise is turning gray, as we watch the last of the vibrant colors fade away. Island morning, weeping on the white and salty sand, for the people and the dreams of this beautiful, lonely land. It's a coastal depression, a rhythmic kind of oceanic blues, with a peaceful reputation that you're destined to lose. Oh, island morning, pouring out a glass for the dead, while the moon is turning into a very dark and violent red. Cast the ashes, let the current take the pain, washing the spirit in the middle of the monsoon rain. There is no return, there is only the vast and blue beyond, breaking every physical and every heavy earthly bond. Let go, find the deep, ooh, salt and sand, ooh, rest in peace, ooh, let it cease. Island morning, weeping on the white and salty sand, for the people and the dreams of this beautiful, beautiful, lonely land. It's a coastal depression, kind of oceanic blues, with a peaceful reputation that you're destined to lose. Oh, island morning, pouring
dark corridors without a single guiding lamp. The cobblestones are slippery, inexplicably cold and damp. I wear an oversized trench coat, collar flipped above my ear, dodging unseen silhouettes that mysteriously disappear. My boots make zero sound upon the charcoal-covered street, moving like a phantom, making an invisible retreat. A massive power outage swallowed the entire neighborhood whole, plunging the architecture into a color resembling coal. We light the kerosene wicks to cast a very feeble glow, watching the obsidian shadows stretch tremendously low. The underworld conducts its business in the absence of the light, relying on the absolute obscurity of the moonless night. Embracing the total void, slipping through the unseen crack, finding comfort in the depths of the undeniable pitch black, where our secrets are exchanged without a single witness around, and the deepest conspiracies remain eternally unfound. Trench town black, a canvas painted in pure ink, a dangerous environment where you barely have time to think, swallowing the vibrant colors, leaving only the severe stark. A remarkably beautiful, terrifying journey through the dark. Oh, trench town black, thicker than the raven's wing, listening to the somber lullaby that the midnight alleys sing. The contraband is loaded under the cover of the total gloom, operating silently inside a windowless subterranean room. We use a coded knock to enter the heavily fortified gate, knowing that a single mistake will seal our dreadful fate. The soot covers our faces, a brilliant natural disguise. Only the glowing embers reflect inside our cautious eyes, applying heavy coat eyeliner to blend into the scenery, surrounded by the rusted metal of the abandoned machinery. I carry a classified envelope tucked beneath my hidden belt, experiencing the highest adrenaline that I have ever felt. The police searchlights sweep across the brick wall in vain, listening completely as I stand firmly in the dark domain. Embracing the total void, slipping through the unseen crack, finding comfort in the depths of the undeniable pitch black, where secrets are exchanged without a single witness around, and the deepest conspiracies remain eternally unfound. Trench town black, a canvas painted in pure ink, a dangerous environment where you barely have time to think, swallowing the vibrant colors, leaving only the severe stark. A remarkably beautiful, terrifying journey through the dark. Oh, trench town black, thicker than the raven's wing, listening to the somber lullaby that the midnight alleys sing. Eradicate the illumination, let the heavy darkness rule. The blind man is a genius, while the visionary is a fool. Hide inside the contrast, become a creature of the shade. This is where the most permanent, unbreakable deals are made. Kill the lies, become the shadows. Step, 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 step so light. Step, 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 hidden forms out of sight. Trench town black, a canvas painted in pure ink, a dangerous environment where you barely have time to think, swallowing the vibrant colors, leaving only the severe stark. A remarkably beautiful, terrifying journey through the dark. Oh, trench town black, thicker than the raven's wing, listening to the somber lullaby that the midnight alley golden, very thick, but the sweetness was a cover for a very dirty trick. I'm tasting the metal on the back of my velvet tongue, calculating the damage since the day that we were young. My lips are sticky and my heart is incredibly slow, caught in a trap that I was never supposed to know.
The beehive is a fortress, the beehive is a golden cage, written on the parchment of a very sweet and bitter page. I thought it was medicine, I thought it was a holy gift, but I felt the foundation begin to move and start to shift.
The flowers are toxic and the garden is a total lie, watching all the beauty simply wither and begin to die. One taste of the sugar, one taste of the beautiful sin, and you'll never find the exit where the real world begins. It's a slow-acting venom, a delicious kind of dark decay, melting all the logic and the willpower simply away. Poison, honey, dripping from the center of the comb, a beautiful disaster, yeah, in the middle of a happy home. It's a sugary sorrow, a rhythmic kind of syrupy blues with a sweet reputation that you're destined to lose. Oh, poison, honey, swallowing the gold and the death until the very last and the very heavy final breath. The very heavy final breath.
The lion is paralyzed by the sweetness of the sting, waiting for the chaotic bells of the emergency to ring. We don't need the candy and we don't need the hollow treats to navigate the bitterness of the Babylonian streets.
I'm breaking the jar and I'm spilling the liquid on the floor, refusing to be a victim of this sweetness anymore. I'm humming a jazz tune with a throat that's full of gall, while I'm watching the shadows begin to stretch against the wall. My voice is getting heavy like the liquid in the spoon, underneath the light of a very sick and yellow moon. I find my own remedy in the middle of the sour, before I lose the power of the final desperate hour. One taste of the sugar, one taste of the beautiful sin, and you'll never find the exit where the real world begins. It's a slow-acting venom, a delicious kind of dark decay, melting all the logic and the willpower simply away. Poison, honey, dripping from the center of the comb, a beautiful disaster in the middle of a happy home. It's a sugary sorrow, a rhythmic kind of syrupy blues with a sweet reputation that you're destined to lose. Oh, poison, honey, swallowing the gold and the death until the very last and very heavy final breath.
Wash it away,
Drink the water from the well,
escape from the borders of this very sweet and sticky hell.
the truth is a lemon,
The truth is a very sharp knife
that cuts through the honey of a very artificial life. Bite down, spit it out,
thick, slow.
let it go. Bitter taste,
Such a waste.
poison, honey, dripping from the center of the comb,
A beautiful disaster.
in the middle of a happy home. It's a sugary sorrow, a rhythmic kind of syrupy blues with a sweet reputation that you're destined to lose. Oh, poison, honey, swallowing the gold and the death until the very last and very heavy final breath. The jar is broken, the sweetness is gone. Poison, honey, the bitter truth. draped in the finest fabrics, choking on the luxury. They offer me golden crowns but charge a heavy fee. The paparazzi flashes blinding my tired sight, smiling for the cameras under the artificial light. I'm a prisoner wrapped in the softest silk attire, dancing on a tightrope, hanging over the fire.
The wicked men build their concrete towers incredibly high, trying to scrape the belly of the almighty sky. They trade their salvation for pieces of shiny gold, selling out the innocent,
doing exactly as they're told. But the roots of the tree cannot grow in poison wealth. Material obsession will only destroy your health. Smooth to the touch but toxic to the bone, sitting like kings upon a fabricated throne. The sirens sing a lullaby of fame and endless greed, but the soul remains hungry, missing what it truly needs. Velvet Babylon, looking so deceptively sweet, a beautiful nightmare playing on repeat. Soft like a cushion but it crushes you flat, caught like a mouse in the aristocrat's trap. Oh, Velvet Babylon, painted in glorious red, sucking out the spirit until the conscience is dead.
Rasta man stands firm against the neon glow, rejecting the illusions of the puppet master show. We chant down the system with a humble acoustic string, praising the creation and the freedom that it brings.
They try to buy our silence with a comfortable estate, but we refuse to eat from the deceiver's plate. They poured me vintage wine, told me I was the queen, but the mirror shows a hollow girl stuck in a magazine. I trade my authentic voice for a chart-topping hit. Now I'm suffocating slowly in this glamorous pit. I wanna tear the curtains and break the chandelier, run away from the velvet that traps my spirit here. Smooth to the touch but toxic to the bone, sitting like kings upon a fabricated throne. The sirens sing a lullaby of fame and endless greed, but the soul remains hungry, missing what it truly needs. Velvet Babylon, looking so deceptively sweet, a beautiful nightmare playing on repeat. Soft like a cushion but it crushes you flat, caught like a mouse in the aristocrat's trap. Oh, Velvet Babylon, painted in glorious red, sucking up the spirit until the conscience is dead. Strip away the elegance, expose the rust beneath. The smiling politician hides venom in his teeth. Burn the fancy dresses, let the diamonds turn to dust. In love and pure creation is the only thing we trust. Burn the illusion, let the truth catch fire. Oh, suffocating,
quietly breaking,
tear the fabric,
escape the magic.
suffocating.
Oh, the end of a very long and weary road, dropping the suitcase and the very heavy, bitter load. I got a light in my eyes and a peace inside my breast, finally finding a territory where the spirit can rest. The skies are turning into a very beautiful and silver lace as I look at the universe with a very calm and steady face. The chains are all broken and the fire has turned to gold. A story of 1,000 years has been eventually and fully told. I've walked through the valley and I've walked through the dark. Now I'm finally fanning the original and holy spark. The lion is sitting on the summit of the mountain peak, listening to the whispers of the answers that we finally see. No more crying, no more hunger and no more pain, washing our spirits in the middle of the holy golden rain. The cycle is finished, the cycle is a perfect ring, waiting for the melody that the angels are destined to sing. Final redemption, opening the heavy golden gate, walking through the territory of a predetermined fate. It's a spiritual revolution, a rhythmic kind of holy blues, with a tragic reputation that you're happy to finally lose. Oh, final redemption, shining like a very bright and steady sun, knowing that the work of the Spirit is eventually and fully done. The prophet is laughing because the truth has been revealed. Every single wound of the history has been eventually and fully healed. We don't need the silver and we don't need the hollow fame, when the entire universe is calling out our original name. I'm raising my hands to the heavens and the bright light, celebrating the ending of the permanent and heavy night. I'm singing a jazz hallelujah on the banks of the crystal sea, finally understanding the logic of my own dark history. My voice is a trumpet, my voice is a holy shout, letting all the love and the vitality finally flow out. I'll find my own paradise in the middle of the grace before I take my position in the eternal and the holy place. No more crying, no more hunger and no more pain. Hey, washing our spirits in the middle of the holy golden rain. The cycle is finished, the cycle is a perfect ring, waiting for the melody that the angels are destined to sing. Final redemption, opening the heavy golden gate, walking through the territory of a predetermined fate. It's a spiritual revolution, a rhythmic kind of holy blues, with a tragic reputation that you're happy to finally lose. Oh, final redemption, shining like a very bright and steady sun, knowing that the work of the Spirit is eventually and fully done. Walk into the light, leave the shadows all behind. There is
is eventually and fully done. I'm standing at the end of a very long and weary road, dropping a suitcase and a very heavy, bitter load. I got a light in my eyes and a peace inside my breast, finally finding a territory where the spirit can rest. The scars are turning to a very beautiful and silver lace. As I look at the universe with a very calm and steady face. The chains are all broken and the fire's turned to gold. A story of 1,000 years has been eventually and fully told. I've walked through the valley, I'm staring at a map, it's faded and completely torn. Since the day I weary, wandering, love was born. I've got silver jewelry clinking on my shivering wrist, searching for a sanctuary that might not even exist. Every city lamp feels like a cold and judgmental eye, while I'm chasing a mirage underneath this charcoal sky. The mountains are calling from 1,000 miles away, but my heavy boots are sinking in the sticky urban clay. I've been told about a valley where the milk and honey flow, but the path is blocked by shadows everywhere I go. The compass is spinning, losing its magnetic mind, leaving the holy territory somewhere far behind. Looking through the telescope at a flickering tiny light, dividing the heavy curtains of this never-ending night. The distance is a canyon, the distance is a wall, waiting for the architect of the universe to call. Distant Zion, a kingdom in the clouds so high, a beautiful destination where the weary never die. It's a long-range longing, a spiritual far-off dream. Nothing in this wilderness is ever what it would seem. Oh, distant Zion, shimmering like a golden sea. One day the heavy iron gates will open for you and me. The prophets are whispering from the pages of the past, warning that the first shall eventually be the last. I'm building a bridge out of prayer and jagged stone to cross the dark abyss and reach the celestial throne. My throat is parched from singing in the dry and dusty wind, looking for a place where the broken can be mended and pinned. I got a jazz record playing in my mental hotel room while I'm trying to escape this atmospheric heavy gloom. I'm packing my bags for a flight that never leaves the gate, tired of the constant agonizing solitary wait. I'll trade my expensive perfumes for a breath of mountain air and leave this vanity behind without a single care. Looking through the telescope at a flickering tiny light, dividing the heavy curtains of this never-ending night. The distance is a canyon, the distance is a wall, waiting for the architect of the universe to call. the golden sea. One day the heavy iron gates will open for you and me. Walking toward the light, the mountain is in sight. Distance, I am almost home now. I'm built out of girders and the cold and gray despair, with a heavy metal burden that is impossible to bear. The city is a furnace, but my heart is freezing cold, refusing to be liquid and refusing to be bold. My tears are like rust upon a jagged steel beam, trapped inside the engine of a very loud machine.
The shackles are forged in the fire of the grief, ignorant of the spirit and the fundamental need. We are workers in the factory of a very dark design, punching in the clock on a never-ending line. My bones are made of copper and my spirit is made of lead, with the heavy iron helmet sitting firmly on my head.
The magnetism is pulling at the center of the soul, losing the autonomy and the total clear control. Surrounded by the skyscrapers and the fences made of wire, while we're walking through the embers of a cold and dying fire. I am melancholy, weighing down the weary mind, leaving every ounce of our flexibility behind.
It's an industrial depression,
A rigid kind of blues,
with the solid metal spirit that you're terrified to lose.
oh, I am melancholy, clanging in the empty chest, denying every laborer a momentary rest.
No hammer can break the internal solid cage where we store the disappointment in the subterranean rage. We are cogs in the system that doesn't even know our name. Every single morning is a repetitive
And gray game, I'm looking for a magnet to lift me from the floor and pull me through the opening of the heavy iron door.
I'm singing at a shipyard
Where the ghosts of vessels lie underneath the smoky and the very metallic sky. My voice is getting sharp like a rusty jagged blade, tearing through the fabric of the promises we made. I'll find my salvation in the middle of the scrap, before I'm finally caught in the ultimate steel trap. The magnetism is pulling at the center of the soul, losing the autonomy and the total clear control. Surrounded by the skyscrapers and the fences made of wire, while we're walking through the embers of a cold and dying fire. I am melancholy, weighing down the weary mind, leaving every ounce of our flexibility behind. This an industrial depression,
rigid code to do us toll. Break the gear, kill the fear. I am melancholy. I am melancholy. I am melancholy, weighing down the weary mind, weighing down the weary mind, leaving every ounce of our flexibility behind. Flexibility is an industrial depression, a rigid kind of blues with the solid metal spirit that you're terrified to lose. So I am melancholy, clanging in the empty chest, denying every laborer a momentary rest. Still standing tall, made of steel. I am melancholy, the rust never sleeps. My heart is a metronome that's ticking out of time, trying to find a reason for this uncommitted crime. I'm trapped in a loop of a melody I can't escape, while the shadows in the corner take a very human shape. Every time I close my eyes, I hear the record scratch, like a fire that is looking for a solitary dry match.
The beat is a parasite, the beat is an ancient hex, navigating a situation that is spiritually complex. I tried to stop the drumming with the prayer and the holy chant, but the rhythm is a mountain that I simply cannot plant.
It's a syncopated nightmare, a busted heavyweight, dragging us toward a very predetermined dark fate. Dark fate, dark fate, dark fate. You can't dance it away, you can't run from the sound of the heavy vibrations coming from the underground. It's a hypnotic prison, an invisible rhythmic cage, written on the parchment of a very dusty cursed page. Cursed rhythm, beating in the middle of the night, extinguishing the hope and the flickering of the light. It's a supernatural blues, a voodoo kind of reggae song, telling us that everything we've ever done is totally wrong. Oh, cursed rhythm, moving like a snake inside the brain, turning every pleasure into an agonizing deep pain.
I consulted the obeah man in the middle of the wood. He told me that the rhythm is a force that is rarely understood. It's the pulse of the ancestors who were never laid to rest, beating like a hammer inside the center of the chest.
Don't try to fight the tempo, don't try to change the key. The music is the master of your ultimate dark destiny. I'm humming a tune that I've never even heard before, as I'm pacing back and forth across the cold and wooden floor. My fingers are twitching to a beat I can't control, like a marionette with a very heavy and a haunted soul. The violins are weeping while the drums begin to roar. I don't think I can take this repetition anymore. You can't dance it away, you can't run from the sound of the heavy vibrations coming from the underground. It's a hypnotic prison, an invisible rhythmic cage, written on the parchment of a very dusty cursed page. Cursed rhythm, beating in the middle of the night, extinguishing the hope and the flickering of the light. It's a supernatural blues, a voodoo kind of reggae song, telling us that everything we've ever done is totally wrong. Oh, cursed rhythm, moving like a snake inside the brain, turning every pleasure into an agonizing deep pain. Break the record, smash the speakers into the wall, but the sound is coming from the center of the hall. It's inside the walls, it's inside the very air we breathe, a terrifying legacy that the spirits choose to be queen. The drum goes on, the nightmare
packing my silk dresses in a trunk made of oak, escaping from the vanity and the suffocating smoke of a life that was a theater, of a life that was a show. I'm ready for a territory where the real roses grow. The path is paved with satin, but the destination is rough. I've had enough of the glamour, I've had more than enough.
We are leaving Babylon in a very classy style, walking through the desert for a very long and weary mile. The sandals are expensive, but the mission is divine, searching for the mountain where the holy waters shine. It's a royal migration, it's a high fashion retreat from the bitterness of the struggle and the city's heavy heat. The sirens are behind us, the stars are up ahead, leaving every hollow word that we ever truly said. We are weaving a new tapestry out of the velvet and the grit, making sure the torch of our dignity remains firmly lit. Velvet exodus, a sophisticated journey turning to the light, moving through the shadows of a very elegant night. It's a soulful departure, a rhythmic and a bluesy escape, giving every dream a brand new and a beautiful shape. Oh, velvet exodus, draped in the glory of the soul, finally taking back the total and the magnificent control. The lion is wearing a cape of deepest royal purple, moving in a rhythmic and a very sacred circle. We don't need to be ragged to be righteous and be true. The spirit can be beautiful and be revolutionary too. I'm leading the procession to the edge of the blue sea, to find a final version of our ultimate destiny. I'm singing a jazz anthem on the deck of a departing ship, with the final glass of champagne touching my smiling lip. I'm trading the paparazzi for the rhythm of the waves and the silent meditation that the lonely spirit craves. I'll find my own paradise in the middle of the deep, where the secrets of the universe are finally mine. The sirens are behind us, the stars are up ahead, leaving every hollow word that we ever truly said. We are weaving a new tapestry out of the velvet and the grit, making sure the torch of our dignity remains firmly lit. Velvet exodus, a sophisticated guided journey to the light, moving through the shadows of a very elegant night. It's a soulful departure, a rhythmic and a bluesy escape, giving every dream a brand new and a beautiful shape. Oh, velvet exodus, draped in the glory of the soul, finally taking back the total and the magnificent control. Tear the old curtains, let the sunlight finally in, shedding the luxury of our very heavy and beautiful sin. The exodus is a feeling, the exodus is a state of mind, leaving every ounce of the artificial world behind. Walk on, keep the grace, draped in light, pure and bright, moving on toward the dawn. Velvet exodus, a sophisticated journey to the light, moving through the shadows of a very elegant night. It's a soulful departure, a rhythmic and a bluesy escape, giving every dream a brand new and a beautiful shape. Oh, velvet exodus, draped in the glory of the soul, finally taking back the total and the magnificent control. We have arrived in the softest light. Velvet exodus, beyond the horizon.
gates of the golden city in the sky. But the heavy iron bolts are refusing to comply. I've got dust on my sandals and a hole inside my spirit. The sound of the choir is so loud I can't even hear it. I thought this was the refuge from the Babylonian street, but the marble under my toes is freezing, not sweet.
The elders are weeping by the banks of the holy river, watching the promised land begin to shake and shiver. We fought the righteous battles and we sang the freedom song, but something in the foundation has gone terribly wrong. The lion is sleeping with the tear tucked in its golden eye, as the clouds of disappointment gather in the holy sky. When the sanctuary crumbles and the temple walls fall down, we are left wearing a heavy and a very thorny crown, searching for the glory that was promised to the meek, while the mountain of our faith becomes incredibly weak. Zion tears falling like a waterfall of salt, searching for the hidden door inside the sacred vault. The paradise is leaking, the honey has turned to gold, watching the magnificent kingdom begin to slowly stall. Oh, Zion tears wetting the stones of the holy ground, where the peace we were promised is nowhere to be found. I climbed 1,000 steps just to see the morning sun, but the shadows of the past have already won. The prophets are silent, their scrolls have turned to dust, while the golden shields are covered in a layer of rust. We built this utopia on a dream that couldn't breathe. Now we're just waiting for the command to finally leave. I'm washing my face in the fountain of eternal youth, but the water tastes like a very bitter and naked truth. The angels are molting, dropping feathers on the floor. I don't think I can believe in this perfection anymore. I'd rather be a sinner in a world that I can touch than a saint in a heaven that demands way too much. When the sanctuary crumbles and the temple walls fall down, we are left wearing a heavy and a very thorny crown, searching for the glory that was promised to the meek, while the mountain of our faith becomes incredibly weak. Oh, Zion tears falling like a waterfall of salt, searching for the hidden door inside the sacred vault. The paradise is leaking, the honey has turned to gold, watching the magnificent kingdom begin to slowly stall. Oh, Zion tears wetting the stones of the holy ground, where the peace we were promised is nowhere to be found. Cry for the city, weep for the holy dream. Nothing is as perfect as it would originally seem. The gates are swinging open, but
only pain, nothing left to gain. Zion tears falling like a waterfall of salt, searching for the hidden door inside the sacred vault. The paradise is leaking, the honey has turned to God, watching the magnificent kingdom begin to slowly stall. Oh, Zion tears wetting the stones of the holy ground, where the peace we were promised is nowhere to be found. Leaving the garden, walking back to the earth. Zion tears, a beautiful illusion. Cigarette ashes falling on the promised land, holding a burnt out match in my trembling hand. They said this was paradise, a refuge for the sane, but the atmosphere is thick with a different kind of pain. I'm squinting through the smog just to see the morning sun. Feels like the race was over before it even begun.
The holy mountain is hidden by a blanket of gray. We lost our compass, stumbling blindly along the way. The elders spoke of purity, of rivers flowing clear, but the industrial engine brought pollution to us here. Still we light the chalice to elevate the mind, searching for the clarity that we left far behind. Breathing in the heavy air, coughing up our dreams. Nothing in the sanctuary's ever what it seems. Through the thickest vapor we navigate the slope, clinging to a fret and fragile rope of hope. Smoky Zion, where the angels gasp for breath, walking the blurry line between survival and death. The clouds of our mistakes hover over the peak, making the strong warriors feel incredibly weak. Smoky Zion, a damaged utopia we built, covered in a layer of absolute and silent guilt. Guide my righteous steps through the blinding dark exhaust, before the sacred teachings are permanently lost. Even in the fog the lion refuses to yield. We must plant new forests in this devastated field. Blow away the shadows, let the gentle breezes blow. We have to heal the soil so the ancient roots can grow.
My lungs are burning, but I refuse to stop the climb. I've been running from my demons for a very long time. If this is the haven, why does it smell like despair? Why is there so tangled in my messy hair? I came for redemption, for a breath of something fresh, not this toxic vapor tearing at my human flesh. Breathing in the heavy air, coughing up our dreams. Nothing in the sanctuary's ever what it seems. Through the thickest vapor we navigate the slope, clinging to a frayed and fragile rope of hope. Smoky Zion, where the angels gasp for breath, walking the blurry line between survival and death. The clouds of our mistakes hover over the peak, making the strong warriors feel incredibly weak. silent guilt.
Inhale the truth, exhale the dreadful lies. Wipe the stinging ashes from your weary eyes. A mighty wind is needed to clear this massive dome, to turn this hazy nightmare back into a home. Blow, wind, blow, clear the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. Lost in the clouds, speak it aloud. Smoky Zion, where the angels gasp for breath. Walking the blurry line between survival and death. The clouds of our mistakes hover over the peak, making the strong warriors feel incredibly weak. Smoky Zion, the damaged utopia we built, covered in a layer of absolute and silent guilt. Clearing the air, waiting for the breeze. Smoky Zion, let us see the sun again. I'm holding up a vessel that is carved out of a stone, sitting on a cold and a very solitary throne. I'm pouring in my dreams, but they leak out through the cracks, leaving nothing behind but some very dusty tracks. The ceremony is over and the congregation is gone. I'm just a lonely priestess waiting for the break of dawn.
We gathered at the river to fill the sacred cup, but the water was so bitter that we couldn't drink it up. We'd been chasing the ritual, but we lost the holy light, wandering in the middle of a spiritual midnight. The wood is dry and rotten and the metal is full of rust.
A mountain of a promise has crumbled into dust. Looking for the substance, but only finding the shell, trapped inside the ringing of a very cracked bell. The echo is a ghost and the echo is alive, floating like a vulture in the center of the sky. Hollow chalice, ringing with the very lonely sound, lying abandoned on the dry and thirsty ground. It's ritual of nothing, a ceremony of despair, drinking the cold and the very empty air. Oh, hollow chalice, gold on the outside, dark within, a beautiful container for a very heavy sin.
The prophet spoke of fullness, the prophet spoke of rain, but all we ever gathered was a harvest of deep pain. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm looking at the glass, watching the parade of the empty faces pass. We built a sanctuary out of cardboard and a string, waiting for the salvation that the morning was to bring.
I've got a jazz melody stuck inside my thirsty throat, sailing through the darkness on a very hollow boat. I'm trying to find a feeling that is actually quite real, instead of this metallic and this artificial feel. I break the silver cup and I throw away the key and find a brand new way to be eventually free. Looking for the substance, but only finding the shell, trapped inside the ringing of a very cracked bell. The echo is a ghost and the echo is alive, floating like a vulture in the center of the sky. Hollow chalice, ringing with a very lonely sound, lying abandoned on the dry and thirsty ground. It's a ritual of nothing, a ceremony of despair, drinking the cold and the very empty air. Oh, hollow chalice, gold on the outside, dark within, a beautiful container for a very heavy sin. Smash the vessel, let the emptiness out, eradicate the vanity and eradicate the doubt. You cannot drink the glory from a cup that has no soul. You cannot find the peace when you've lost the total control. Empty it out, let it break. Nothing inside, nowhere to hide. Hollow chalice, ringing with a very lonely sound, lying abandoned in a dry and thirsty ground. It's a ritual of nothing, a ceremony of despair, drinking the cold and the very empty air. Oh, hollow chalice, gold on the outside, dark within, a beautiful container for a very heavy sin. Just a piece of metal lying in the dirt, hollow chalice, thirsty forever. Adjusting the microphone stand with a trembling, nervous hand, looking out across the faces of this packed, expectant grandstand. My vocal cords are tight from sobbing in the dressing room, but the show must go on despite the overwhelming gloom. I force a vibrato that carries the weight of my deep regret, hoping the blinding stage lights will hide the mascara I sweat.
The sound engineer pushes the fader up on the mixing desk, capturing a raw emotion that is remarkably picturesque. I grip the wooden neck of my guitar incredibly tight, letting the 6 strings absorb my agonizing internal fight. The studio reverberates with an authentic, painful lament. Every ounce of my creative energy is completely spent. The audience applauds, the beautifully tragic, unaware that our psychological stability is crashing to the ground. We entertain the masses by bleeding our secrets on the floor, turning our intense suffering into an astonishing encore. Weeping wailer, pouring agony into the microphone, standing center stage but feeling desperately alone. A falsetto breaking apart under the immense heavy strain, translating a personal tragedy into a popular refrain. Oh, weeping wailer, an entertainer bearing a broken soul, paying the absolute highest emotional artistic toll. The reviews call it a masterpiece, a spectacular vulnerability, but they do not understand my severe lack of stability. I am literally begging for help through the studio amplifier, while the critics praise the heat of my devastating fire. The rhythm section holds the tempo while my spirit falls apart, a beautifully orchestrated soundtrack for a lacerated heart. Catching my reflection in the backstage vanity mirror glass, watching the painful hours of this endless grueling
tragic, unaware that our psychological stability is crashing to the ground. We entertain the masses by bleeding our secrets on the floor, turning our intense suffering into an astonishing encore. Weeping wailer, pouring agony into the microphone, standing center stage but feeling desperately alone. A falsetto breaking apart under the immense heavy strain, translating a personal tragedy into a popular refrain. Oh, weeping wailer, an entertainer bearing a broken soul, paying the absolute highest emotional artistic toll. Music is a confessional booth, completely exposed to the public, a desperate cry for salvation woven right into the sonic fabric. Hear the voice cracking, notice the hesitation in the breath, singing a gorgeous melody about an agonizing spiritual dare. Sing it loud, let the sorrow out, hitting the note, clearing the throat, singing the pain, crying in vain. Weeping wailer, pouring agony into the microphone, standing center stage but feeling desperately alone. The falsetto breaking apart under the immense heavy strain, translating a personal tragedy into a popular refrain. Oh, weeping wailer, an entertainer bearing a broken soul, paying the absolute highest emotional artistic toll. The final chord rings, bowing to the crowd. Weeping wailer, the curtain falls down. The moon is pulling at the salt inside my weary veins, leaving behind the wreckage and the rusty iron chains. I'm standing on the shoreline with the foam around my knees, listening to the secrets whispered by the evening breeze. My mascara is smearing in the damp and heavy air, a coastal manifestation of a monumental despair. The ocean is a graveyard for the dreams that didn't sail, a vast and blue reminder of the reasons why we fail. I'm watching the horizon where the water meets the sky, wondering if the spirit ever truly gets to dry. The current is a monster, the current is
I built a lighthouse out of driftwood and a broken glass, waiting for the stormy, dark and heavy clouds to pass. But the signal is flickering, the signal is incredibly weak against the roaring thunder of the answers that we seek. Jah is the captain, but the ship has lost its wooden mast,
wandering in the echo of a very traumatic past. I've got a seashell pressed against my aching, lonely ear, but the only thing I'm hearing is the sound of my own fear. The birds are turning black inside the belly of the deep, while the secrets of the universe are falling fast asleep. I'm an anchor without a chain, sinking through the floor of a world that doesn't want to be a harbor anymore. High tide is coming to wash the footprints from the sand,
erasing every memory of this cursed and lonely land.
we are drifting like the seaweed in a cold and rhythmic swell, caught between the heaven and a watery deep hell. Tidal sorrow rising with the gravity of the soul,
Losing every bit of our emotional
steady control. It's a seasonal depression, a periodic salty flood,
mixing with the liquid of our tired
human blood. Oh, tidal sorrow, drowning out the flicker of the light, sinking
to the bottom of a
permanent blue night.
Let the wave crash, let the salt sting the eye. There is no use in trying to keep the spirit dry. Surrender to the motion, surrender to the heavy pull, until the empty vessel is eventually tragically full. Dive into the abyss.
Let the water take you, sinking down deep and blue, deep and blue. Wash me clean, lost in the sea. Ooh, oh, tidal sorrow rising with the gravity of the soul,
Losing every bit of our emotional
steady control. Oh, it's a season of depression, a periodic salty flood, mixing with the liquid of our tired human blood. Oh, tidal sorrow, drowning out the flicker of the light, sinking to the bottom of a permanent blue night. Just the sound of waves, the moon is gone. Tidal sorrow, drifting forever.